From New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we see all of your telephone calls. We're going to get to them in just a minute. And in studio with me live right now, we have Dr. Howard, Dr. Jake of Dr. Pythos, dog food topper. I've had the honor of interviewing these guys before. They're remarkable. I love pets, and they're doing wonderful things for dogs. We're going to talk to them live in just a second. But Lisa just came in with them, and Lisa just did a happy birthday song, guys. And I felt like it was like Marilyn Monroe. So let's hear it again one more time.
Do you want Marilyn or do you want Lisa? I did Lisa.
I can't answer that question.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dominic. Happy birthday to you.
Gentlemen. Wow.
That was
Gentlemen.
incredible.
Wow.
See, we were going to sing you happy birthday. No, I'm not touching nothing.
Steer clear.
Hey, I enjoyed talking to you guys before, and I wanted you back, and I want you back again, because what you're doing is phenomenal. You have this new product, Dr. Pythos Dog Food Topper, which is a vitamin for dogs.
Well, let me say this: it's a pet food topper, because you can use it for cats, you can use it for other things.
That's right. You said I could use it for my cat.
Amen. That's right. And so it's more than vitamins. It is, when we get vitamins, those are extracted or synthesized chemicals usually. There are tens of thousands of naturally occurring chemicals, which I call the unnamed vitamins in fruits and vegetables. And they all work upon our cells and the cat and your pet's cells. And that's the base of, it's your basis of health.
Now, Dr. Jake, you brought along, in terms of the being a vet, from your side of it, you found this was absolutely necessary, because I know the last time we talked, you guys blew my mind when you said the amount of food that's out there for dogs that's not really good for them.
Yeah, if you Google the main reason that animals have health problems, you'll find at the very top of the list is lack of nutrition or poor nutrition. And so if we can target that area in a dog's life or a pet's life, then we can make the quality of life much better.
There's one other aspect that too, is that what I learned through 30 years, 40 years of practice is that health isn't based on any single item. And you've got to have, it's what I named the triad of health. And I've worked with all of my patients with, but you have a chemical side of health, which is nutrition. Nutrition's nothing more than chemistry. It's just the good chemistry.
You know what, Dr. Howard, what I find very interesting, I know this is a product for dogs primarily, but I note with great interest that each of you are in phenomenal health.
Yeah.
In great health. Is that a coincidence?
I hope not. I hope that's not a coincidence. I think it's real, and what I do strive to practice what I preach. Now, am I, if you see me on the streets, I'm not this robe. I'm not. You're not a Mr. Universe walking down the road. But all again, and when you hear me with what the triad of health is, that'll explain that too. Because the other side, one of the sides of that triangle, is the physical health. That is not just your physical activity. That's not just exercise. That's what are your cells made of? How are they produced? That's the structure of your body. And then the third side is the spiritual side of health, which some people like to call it emotional. Some people like to call it, all kinds of names, but I call it spiritual. It includes all of it. And here's the key. When you take that spiritual side of health, you have cats. Do you love your cat?
I do, but I need you to be my psychiatrist for a minute because either one of you, and I know of your phenomenal work with balance of nature and so on, and how that's coming into this new product. I'm going to come right back to the product. And by the way, folks, two remarkable people that are here with me right now, experts in their field. The phone number where you can reach them about this new product, Dr. Pythos, 888-388 7297, which is 888-388-PAUSE. And the website is www.drphytos, spelled PHYTOS.com. Check it out for yourself. These guys are remarkable in terms of what you do. But you know what? Let me go ahead and tie in the what you've done with balance of nature. I'll come back to my cat in a second because I'm still trying to. I don't understand. Every night, the cat comes and gets in bed with me, and then 5 minutes later, when he thinks I'm asleep, he leaves, and it just blows my mind. But we'll come back to that. So, how does your work with balance of nature inspire this for dogs? And we'll start with you, Dr. Howard, then we'll go to you, Dr. Jake.
Okay, and it's important to note that Balance of Nature and Dr. Pythos are two separate and distinct companies. That's very important for people to understand. But the beauty of it is this. I got to bring over 30 years of vast research and development and laboratory studies of how this chemistry works in the body and get to apply that of what I studied for people into your pets.
So all of these years of your hard work and experience now benefits primarily the dogs.
Yeah, and the main aspect of why did I do something for pets and dogs? It's because that spiritual side of health, I realized that most of my patients, if they, in some point in their life, they will have a pet. And that becomes much of their spiritual health. That relationship truly feeds that. And so the more I could help their pet, the more I helped the patient.
And you know what's interesting, that people, Dr. Jake, people don't understand unless you have a pet. If you have a pet, you get it. The relationship between human and pet. That, as I often say, I love my dog more than 99% of people I ever met in my life.
Yeah, that relationship is incredible, and I see that every day in the veterinary practice. Getting a puppy is the happiest day in your family's life, and at the end of that puppy's life is the saddest day in your family's life, and it's really amazing what happens in the middle, and that's where we can have a little bit of an influence. Dr. Howard was talking about his vast research and years of experience, and I thought, you know what, it's just fitting that humans are the guinea pigs in this one, and the animals get a benefit, right?
We're not
experimenting. We're not experimenting with the animals this time.
Well, I got to back up one point because we did use animals in the experiments up front. not. Well, okay, yeah, we did. We did science.
So I'm just curious, and I want to talk to you guys about your remarkable product. Again, not so much because I'm not about pitching products. I love dogs from the bottom of my heart, and so if I feel that something is good for a dog or a pet, then I'm with that 1,000%. But so this morning I started out the day, right? I look out in the backyard. This doesn't pertain to our conversation, and two big buck deer are in the backyard looking at me. Why? And then I tried talking to them for a little bit. Well, am I a bit odd? I'm going to play it in a second. Am I a bit odd because I tried talking to the deer?
I do not think you're odd.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I my kids, in fact, they'll call me Dr. Doolittle.
Really?
I can call the cows in. I can call the horses.
Really?
I can quiet them down. I'm not a dog whisperer, but you've seen them. I've seen them. That's a real thing. That human, emotion transcends beyond humans. I'll give that.
And I agree with you. I agree with you.
And you look at an animal there's predators and prey in the animal kingdom, and a deer is on the prey side. Like they're looking for things that are going to eat them, like lions and wolves and stuff.
People.
Yeah, people. And so they read body language. They're experts at it. Horses, anything that's going to be eaten by something else is a professional at reading body language. And you are just such a nice, calm demeanor, even though that you look like a predator because your eyes are forward, like a predator. Then you're calm enough that they got curious.
Wow. Well, you know what? Before we continue, I just want to go ahead and play that. And Carlos is soundbite number 4. This is this morning. Literally, I'm just waking up, and I look out the backyard, and the deer are standing there looking at me. Hi, Bambies. How are you? Hey, Bambies. Do you listen to our show on WABC Radio? Say hello to the audience, Bambies. Say hello. You guys are pretty big. Why are you looking at me like that? You're in my backyard. I'm not in yours. I guess I am in your backyard. Okay, guys. You don't want to talk to me. I got it. So, Dr. Howard, you're smiling and laughing.
I'm laughing at the music background more than anything.
Okay. So let's go back to your product, because every time, and this is the problem when I have you guys on, I never have enough time, and I want more time, and we don't have enough time, and time won't give me time.
Okay, you said something really important I want to hit. You said I don't pitch products.
Right, I don't.
Neither do we. And that's really important for people to understand. We didn't need to do this. We both have good jobs.
Right. Vet, and your success, no doubt about it.
But we believe in results. We believe in improving humanity, improving lives. That's what this is about for us.
Going back to the reason that we need a product like this is because of nutrition. We buy food from the store, and these dog food companies are required to have a certain nutritional profile to say that they're a complete food. And where those ingredients come from, the quality of those ingredients that are in those foods are poorly regulated, if at all. And because of that, they're not always digested very well, which is the same with people, right, Dr. Howard?
And I would say they're not made for human consumption. It's really important.
Wow.
And Dr. Pythos, by accident, there's a long story I'll tell you later, but I actually took Dr. Pythos instead of my fiber and spice, and I knew as soon as I got it up to my nose, because it's made different and it's combined with everything. But and I thought, well, I'll set this down. I thought, well, why not? I make this. It's human grade. I know what I can do with this, and I took it. It's not bad.
Wow. So a question I have for you, Dr. Jake, what benefits were non-negotiable for you as a vet, as you two went at establishing this product primarily for dogs?
The reason that I approached Dr. Howard and we collaborated on this project is because we have a mutual agreement that quality can't be sacrificed. I was talking to somebody earlier about how an ingredient is chosen to go into the product. So every batch of ingredient, whether it's apples or bananas or whatever, gets put in the product. The staff brings us samples, like 3 or 4 of the very best that they can find, and Dr. Howard sits down for hours in a day and tests the apples. I want to know which one smells the best, tastes the best, looks the best, and only
Color,
the very
taste, and
best.
smell. Now, that's not hours every day, but every time that we do spend a lot of time in choosing what goes in it. It's not based on price. It's based on quality.
Wow. But you know what I find interesting, Dr. Howard? I could look at you from the first time I met you and tell that's the type of person that you are.
Thanks.
Seriously. So we only have 40 seconds left. I'll give the floor. First of all, tell us one more time, how can people reach you about this product?
So reach us online at drphytos.com, PHYTOS.com, or the phone number is 888-388-PAUSE. That's 7297.
Fantastic. Final thoughts, gentlemen, the final 25 seconds here.
I just want to say thanks, number one. I love getting on here with you. You got a great show, and this is always
I want
fun.
you guys back, but I got to have more time. Seriously. I'll talk to the producers. We got to have more time. You have the final word.
We just love being here. We love dogs, and if our listeners could get anything, is that we have a genuine concern for animal health.
And it's clear a mile away that you're for real in terms of helping dogs. All I can do is say thank you from the bottom of my heart. The only beef I have with you two, the next time we've got to have more time so we can expand this out and open it up to the public to ask you questions.
That's perfect.
That'd be awesome.
I love that.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen, very much. Thank you for what you're doing. Time for a break. We're coming right back.
It's Dominic Carter